Okay, there's a Lakers story that kind of seems interesting to me, and it's weird because originally I saw this story on the Basketball Network, and it's recent because it was published on August 10th, 2025. Contains a lot of information for the past 6 years, I would want to say, because it's connected to 2019. And what the whole story comes down to is that in 2019, when Kawhi Leonard was considering the Lakers, who already had Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and then he also considered the Clippers, and he considered re-signing with the Toronto Raptors. Magic Johnson had a meeting with Kawhi to try to bring him to the Lakers, even though Magic Johnson had quit as the Lakers president of basketball about 2 months prior in April. But the meeting was in June. And the whole story kind of goes like, when it was weird, first of all, that the Lakers had to use Magic Johnson as a pitch guy to Kawhi Leonard after he quit from the Lakers in April. They used him to bring Kawhi to the Lakers in June, which is like mind-boggling to me. I didn't know it went down like that. But supposedly Magic Johnson, his story is that he quit because of Rob Pelinka, who's still with the Lakers, and there was some backstabbing situation. I'm going to show you comments from Magic Johnson directly that describes the situation. But in the meeting that was supposed to woo Kawhi Leonard to the Lakers, Magic Johnson supposedly said, it's a great organization. You'd love to play for the Lakers, blah, blah, blah. But make sure to be careful when you're dealing with this one boss. And he named Rob Pelinka, and he told Kawhi Leonard that he's a backstabber in a meeting that's supposed to convince Kawhi Leonard to go to the Lakers, which is just mind-blowing to me. I'm going to make some comments on this, but let me just let you listen to Magic Johnson explaining on ESPN exactly what the story is and why he left. And then we can kind of get back into this. But if this is still, Rob Pelinka is still there, if that's the kind of situation that the Lakers are and how their front office kind of runs, that doesn't bode well for the Lakers, to tell you the truth. And right now, I don't know if Luka Doncic knew any of this before signing this extension, but we'll see how it develops, I guess, over the years of Luka being there. But let me put those comments on so you could listen to Magic Johnson describing that. But I wasn't aware of all these details, so I wanted to kind of post it. It's about the Lakers, and the reason I'm posting is because it's still connected to the Lakers because Rob Pelinka is still there. So let me put those comments on so you could listen to them.
What the hell happened? Why did you resign from the Los Angeles Lakers?
Well, it was a couple reasons. First of all, let me thank Jeannie Buss for the opportunity first. When we sat down and negotiated, I told her, I said, listen, I can't give up all my businesses. I make more money doing that than becoming the president of the Lakers. So you know that I'm going to be in and out. Is that okay with you? She said, yes. I said, do I have the power to make decisions? Because that was important for me to take the job as well. She said, you have the power to make the decisions. So I said, okay, let's go do it. She said, I'm going to put you with Rob Pelinka, because I didn't know Rob. So she put us both together. First year in, it was tremendous. I wanted the strategy to be, let's get up under the salary cap, because we were way over the salary cap. And I said, let's trade some people, get some draft picks, so on and on. D'Angelo, great guard, but had a problem when Shaggy P and the whole thing went down. So I knew I had to get him out. We made some moves. That draft pick turned into Kyle Kuzma. So we felt good about making that deal. Drafted Lonzo Ball, number 2. I know you still against it, but
Yes.
we can debate that because I think he's outstanding all-around point guard. Then Josh Hart. So things got going in the right direction. And then I start hearing, Magic, you're not working hard enough. Magic's not in the office. So people around the Laker office was telling me, Rob was saying things. And
Rob Pelinka.
Rob Pelinka. And I didn't like those things being said behind my back, that I wasn't in the office enough and so on and on. So I started getting calls from my friends outside of basketball saying those things now were said to them outside of basketball. Now, not just in the Laker office anymore. Now it's in the media and so on.
These are people you trust.
Exactly. And people got to remember something. Being in this business for over 40 years, I got allies, I got friends everywhere, right? And then I had to monitor the brothers because Joey and Jesse wanted more involvement, wanted more power.
The Bus Brothers.
The Bus Brothers.
Right.
And so I said I didn't mind doing that because they're good guys, but also I sat them down and said, hey, listen, I'm going to really help you guys mature and get better. And so I took that role as well because they felt they should have been, in powerful positions, whether that's the general manager or the president, right? And so then when those things start happening too much, Stephen A., the straw that broke the camel's back was I wanted to fire Luke Walton. And we had max 3 meetings. I showed her the things he did well and the things he didn't do well. And I said, listen, we got to get a better coach. I like him, he's great, former Laker, the whole thing. So the first day, well, let's think about it. Second day, okay, you can fire him. Then the next day, no, we should try to work it out. So when we went back and forth like that, and then she brought Tim Harrison to the meeting, some of the guys. And Tim, wanted to keep him because he was friends with Luke. And Luke's a great guy, great guy.
He is.
And so when I looked up and said, wait a minute, I only really answer to Jeannie Buss. Now I got Tim involved. And I said, it's time for me to go. I got things happening that was being said behind my back. I don't have the power that I thought I had to make the decisions. And I told them, when it's not fun for me, when I think that I don't have the decision-making power that I thought I had, then I got to step aside.
Let me go back to the backstabbing comment, because you said that when you resigned abruptly inside the Staples Center. And you just educated us that friends you trust, that got to them outside of basketball.
Right.
So did it come down, I understand the Luke Walton element, but when you allude to the backstabbing, was it Rob Pelinka that you're talking about? Is it Rob Pelinka and other people within the Lakers organization? Who exactly were you talking
No, just Rob. I think that other people didn't bother me. It's really funny as I sit here. I don't worry about those type of things. I'm not a guy who is like, oh man, he said this about me, and I worry about it. What happened was I wasn't having fun coming to work anymore, especially when I got to work beside you, knowing that you want my position. And I'm okay with that, because this is what happened, Stephen A. I told him in year 2, I'm only going to be here 3 years. So my job is, Rob, to get you ready for this position. So, I was going to help elevate him to the president's position. And so when all this was coming back to me and guys calling me saying, you better watch out for him. And then what was crazy was, when I took the job, you know how many agents called me and said, you got to watch out for him. And I said, I got to give the guy a fair chance. I can't listen to people. And so, but he was a hard worker, smart guy. But now you have that position. So I'm good with that.
So you heard Magic Johnson's side, because there's always two sides to every story, of course. Two or more, depending on how many people are involved. But Magic Johnson is a pretty credible guy, as far as I know. His exact words, because now I see that Yahoo Sports is reporting on this now too, and they just posted an article, this is like, it's blowing up news now. But these were the exact words as quoted by Yahoo Sports from Magic Johnson talking to Kawhi Leonard. He said this: "You'll love playing for us. Just be careful around one of your bosses, guy named Rob Pelinka. He's a backstabber." And then he said, "Come join the team. It's a great place to work, except, well, I don't actually work there anymore. A couple of months ago, I couldn't take the chaos, so I quit." That's what he supposedly told Kawhi Leonard. So if you go and pitch your team, he wasn't there anymore, but if you go and pitch a team to the guy and you tell him what Magic Johnson supposedly told him, I mean, the guy's not coming there. So right now it looks to me like, I know Magic Johnson is saying, and supposedly that he has a close relationship with Jeannie Buss, but it looks like because of Rob Pelinka, and after Magic left, I think Rob Pelinka took over that president position. He did it to derail Pelinka, to get back at him, I guess. So it still shows that even though, you know, LeBron James still there, yes, they traded for Luka, they got Luka in there. Luka probably wasn't aware of any of this. Now he might be reading about this all stuff and going like, oh shit, what did I get myself into? But we don't also know with the new ownership, we don't know how long Rob Pelinka is going to be there. They might, you know, they might remove him and change him for somebody else, you know, whenever they want, depending on how everything is going for the Lakers. But it looks like it's still a very chaotic front office. And, you know, even if it's chaotic, it doesn't mean it's not going to work. As long as people are working there in certain positions that can coexist and work together and stuff like that, they don't have to like each other. They just got to, you know, do whatever it's supposed to do and the best for the team. But this kind of adds more drama now and more chaos to the whole situation with the Lakers that has a lot of it anyway, with LeBron James himself and him being on the last year of his contract, and what happens after that, and how do they handle him either going away or giving him a new contract. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Is he going to retire after this? There's a lot going on with the Lakers right now. And, you know, if the team's supposed to do good, this shit better not transfer to the court. And they better play well and not get involved in all this stuff. But the comments from Magic Johnson that I played for you were interesting, which I've never heard those comments before. And then this whole information that's coming out by Yahoo Sports now and Basketball Network and all that other stuff. It's interesting because I didn't know all these details, and it looks like literally Magic Johnson cost the Lakers Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard could have probably chosen the Lakers, but he decided to go with the Clippers after what Magic Johnson had told him. So it's definitely weird. It's a weird situation. Let me know what you guys think. Comment section's open as always. Like, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. More videos like this and other ones, history related, and current news and all that stuff coming. More is gonna come. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.